The patient experience, it could be subjective, and it is subjective. The involvement of the patient in the processes of the enhancement of services gives a different perspective to the delivery of services. So getting the patient and their families involved in the change process, in the improvement of services, makes it easier for the institution to implement projects and implement processes that at the end of the day will probably save a little bit of money to the institution, because we're going to do things right the first time. And when you do things right the first time, you save all kinds of having to fix what you did before or having to change it, etc. Not that change is bad. I mean, we're constantly changing, we're constantly improving, but we need to get the things right the first time as much as possible. And the patient is the reason, is our raison d'être. I made the analogy of the engagement in a couple. You know, a couple gets engaged to each other. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the institution getting the patient engaged in the process, but it's also getting this dynamics amongst these two elements, get them very close, and going from engagement to a wedding, going to engagement to marriage. Okay, getting the patient really involved at all levels of the institution. So it's a TCAB as a vehicle, but it's also getting the patient involved in all kinds of decision making. We've heard of other institutions, for instance, who've decided that they're going to involve patients even when they hire their nurses. Okay, so it's interesting to say, well, you know, what are you looking for in a nurse? So they're part of a panel, and they're part of the involvement of getting, you know, the best services, the best care for the patients. So you make less mistakes, you fine-tune the profiles of who needs to be part of this dynamic, and everybody benefits at the end.